Testing, testing. Okay, looks like we got the microphone working. Hey everyone, it's been a while since I've been here in the booth, but tonight we got ourselves some RLSS Rocket League Splash Series Season 9 Surge Cup action. Surge Cup is the GC1, GC2 league, but you typically see a lot of Champ 3s, GC1s participating here. Usually the GC2s will force themselves up to the Tsunami Cup, which is just that level higher, GC3, even some SSLs up there. But tonight, we're talking about the Surge Cup. I've got a Tsunami match tomorrow, if you guys want to tune in, 9 p.m. Eastern. But today, we've got the Surge Cup. It looks like we've got the team, one of the teams, in the lobby. Okay, yeah. I know the mic's a little quiet. Not really sure what to do about that. I've got to turn all the way up on its physical setting and on OBS, so we're going to see kind of what to do here. I'm just going to try and keep it closer to my mouth most of the time. Something like that, maybe we'll figure it out. So I don't really know what to do about that too much, but we'll see. I'm just waiting on SP Riptide here to join the game. I'm not too familiar with either of these teams. I know Valk, I believe, former Tsunami champion in Splash Series here. It looks like he maybe dropped a little bit here down to play Surge. Maybe, I don't really know what the situation is here, honestly. I have not paid a lot of attention to a lot of these teams yet. I've kind of just started returning to the Rocket League scene here. But yes, maybe not the champion, but Tsunami Demolitionist, at least. That means best demoer in the league up there in Tsunami. Definitely a very formidable, very powerful, very strong league amongst the amateur scene. Definitely one of the bigger ones, right under the RLSS's own Cyclone Cup, hosting many Bubble Pros, including a couple who have played in that RLCS main event, so coveted by all of your SSL players. This is really going to be a good game, I think we're going to see today. I know Valk is quite a solid player here. I'm not too familiar with really anyone else here or either of these teams. I know the NBDA and SP definitely have multiple teams in, I believe, multiple divisions here over in the Splash Series across the Riptide, Surge, Tsunami, and Cyclone divisions, which are the top 4. I don't believe that the Diamond division ever went through, but Riptide is Champ 1 through Champ 3. Surge, they're Surge Thunder and Surge Lightning, basically just 2 different divisions here. I don't think they're separated by skill level, but we're looking at 2 GC1, GC2 divisions here, and a GC3 SSL league up in Tsunami. And in Cyclone, we've got that all SSL teams, even some bubble teams up there. Notably, Pirates on a Bot, kind of a play on Pirates on a Boat there, one of the big, or at least notable RLSS or RLCS bubble teams in the past couple years. N2N Esports up there, the Gauntlet. Definitely some solid players and teams up there in the Cyclone Cup. Pirates on a Bot, players like Nightya, Pigeon, Lev, definitely some notable names, especially if you've been paying attention to the Splash Series in the past couple years. And so, it looks like we're just waiting on one. As far as I'm aware, they have about 11 minutes to get their team into this game, or it'll be an automatic forfeit. Looks like we've got some guys in here rooting for the NBDA. That's good. They're all here. That's not who we're waiting on. We're waiting on SP Riptide right here. So, kind of just waiting on them to kick this game off. I believe the overlay is all set up. I'm going to switch over to that screen right now. There we go. Overlay set up. We're sitting in the lobby here. You can see these things. Should be up now. There we go. You can see these are NBDA I'm going to mix that up a couple times. I'm just going to call them Flare for tonight. Flare's got 3 of their players in the lobby. Valk, Chaos, and Endersea looking to put some goals in for their org tonight. SP Riptide, don't know their starters, but I do know they have a 4-man team here. So not sure who they'll be starting. I know Skell is playing tonight. I don't know who else. Noxon looks like he's the one who's on his way home or not home. Pax and Root, the 2 players to round out that roster there. Squid, I am Holly and Jolly tonight. Love getting some December Rocket League action. Especially before the holidays, these leagues get real competitive, trying to end off their year on a high note, the calendar year at least. I'm just seeing these messages. Hold on. It's all the way up. So I don't really know what to do about that. I'm gonna figure that out sometime. New Balance Data Association. Yep, I know what it stands for. I just feel like it's the same amount of syllables there. So, oh, it sounds better. Great. I'm just talking louder. Mouth is a little bit closer to the mic, so maybe that's just the solution here. Mic is actually not on an arm. It's just sitting on my desk here, but I'm keeping my head pretty close to it, so we'll see. They forfeit the series at 10:45 Eastern, so in about 9 minutes. So I don't know if... Not too sure what's going on yet. I'm going to be checking periodically in this channel. If both teams agree, I believe that an extension is possible, but I don't think that's really what we want to be seeing tonight. Oh. I don't know what happened there. I accidentally clicked something. It's been a while for me. Been a while. I am really excited to get back into it, though. So hopefully we can get something tonight. Maybe I'm just cursed. I don't know. We have one tomorrow night, though. I know we've got a good Tsunami Cup matchup. 909 Sanzo over there leading his team 909 against Torrent Swarm, another organization dropping a lot of teams into the RLSS this year. That's the Tsunami Cup over there. Torrent Swarm, JD, Mayo, Panda, C4, Mateo. I've actually casted Mayo and our JD and Panda's teams before. I think they played for Waterworks Academy back in the day. That VOD might even be somewhere on my channel, or I think there's a clip somewhere of a past play from either that team or Katana, the team that they were playing. I don't remember. 909 led by Sanzo, Cottney, Dibben, Vize, and Cole Frankenpuff. Cottney and Sanzo I've definitely casted before, or at least played with. But I know that's a very quality team, and definitely 2 teams that I know can take it to each other tomorrow. Hopefully tonight, though, we do get to see what we're here for. And that is that Surge Cup matchup. SP Riptide, NBDA Flare. That'll be SP Riptide is Noxon, Skell, Pax, and Root again, and NBDA Flare is Mr. Nighthawk 98, Chaos of Twinkie, Yup, Destroyer, Endersea, and Valk. RLSS, I know recently within the past couple seasons or so, extended the roster cap to 6 players, I believe it is now, so it's lost my train of thought there. Just trying to respond to the other team's captain right now. Gosh, what was I saying? I don't remember. That's crazy. Oh, yes, the roster cap, 6 players now. So basically, teams can field 2 fully different rosters from week to week, which is a really interesting change I saw them make. It is very helpful. I did actually end up starting a season with 3 guys and a sub, and at the end of the season, it was me and 2 other guys playing and rounding out the season. And we did make the playoffs. We did get knocked first round, but it was fun to still be able to compete. Every season I've played in RLSS, I've made the playoffs. I played 5 seasons, made the playoffs every time, got first rounded every time. Kind of my curse. And then as soon as I stopped playing leagues, I started to actually get better at the game. So I'm hoping to maybe make my return soon. But for now. Just looking at the casting. Got a better PC. Definitely something that was needed. I was playing on an old laptop. They say he's about home, but they're really cutting it close here. So, don't know exactly what's going on. On a separate note, I've been watching a couple of my old streams, VODs, clips from a while. Oh my goodness, I sounded so young. It is crazy. I've been casting this is going on my 3rd year. I started casting back in 2023. So I casted then, I casted in 24 a little bit, and I kind of took a break, and now I'm back. 2025, we're ending the year with some casts. I'm going to hope to grab as many as I can before the holidays. Just try to pack in some action. I know a pal of mine, Zane Star, has been competing in Beluga League, which I was not familiar with before today, or yesterday maybe. And I was casting for them maybe. I submitted an application for Royalty Series, even though I've already casted them before. I casted their preseason tournament a couple years ago, right before they had launched the inaugural season. Casted for Skyward Series. I've casted for RLSS many a time. I've done their play-ins, regular season playoffs, you name it. And maybe even some CSC. Maybe even some ATS. I did do ATS. I did ATS playoffs, actually, once. That was a good time. Really hoping that Riptide are able to get in here quickly, because we're running out of time. Whew. Cutting it close. This would be real annoying if my first cast in a while ended in a forfeit win. I'm really hoping that we could squeeze this in, but this will be rough if not. I've had this happen a couple times before on stream, maybe once or twice. I think we had some guys play an exhibition match just to give me some content, which was fun. Thanks for the diamonds. Yeah, of course, Squid. League level. Sorry, I haven't been checking chat. 6 people is nice. You're right. League level. I played Riptide. I was champ 1. I'm looking at around champ 2, champ 3 right now. I don't take the game overly seriously. Okay, looks like they're on. We'll hope to see them getting in here. My team did it before. Have Flare run a 2v2 in-house if they don't make it. Yeah, that would be fun. Yeah, that would be fun, actually, to see. But it looks like Riptide's just going to get in. Just like, going to squeeze right in. At least that's what I'm hearing here. They said he's on. But yeah, I play in Riptide. There we go. There we go. They're in. Oh, gosh. With just over a minute to spare. All right, we're ready. Okay. There we go. There we go. Here we are, folks. SP Riptide, NBDA Flare, Rocket League Splash Series Surge Cup, Week 1. Let's get it going. Here's the delay kickoff. Twinkie's going to take it around right off the kickoff. A little trick play there to kick off the game here. Volk going to take his time in the midfield here. Sends it up to his teammate. Knocks in. Stop that ball in its tracks. Endersey puts it up. It's going to come down to Pax, who sends it to Skell. Back to Pax on 0 boost. Up to Skell, who's going to go for the touch. He's going to miss here. A challenge. Pax and Chaos. Chaos sending it center for Endersey. Good redirect. Knocks in. Just going to bump that over the bar. Chaos wanted that rebound, just couldn't get it. Volk, full boost here, going to go up the wall. Gets it around 1. Not able to do much else with it here. It's going to turn back. All of NBDA kind of caught in one spot there, but Chaos will bail them out with a nice shot to the bottom corner. Skell just a little bit of an awkward position, can't quite get a touch on the ball. And Chaos will open the scoring here. NBDA Flare lead under a minute. Pax gonna get another touch here. And he's up the wall now. On full boost, Noxon demoed there. A smart demo by Volk in the midfield. Skell gonna hit the lip here. A little dangerous. Oh my goodness, there we go. Another one in under a minute. Doubling the lead for Flair. It's gonna be Endersea. Chaos with a good challenge here. And Volk also putting himself in that play, getting it over to Endersea. And now they lead by 2. Skell gonna go up the wall here with the boost. Gonna send a big touch. He's gonna go for the double. No touches there from the defense or Skell. Endersea, though, looks to have a pretty open backline on the other end. Pax is gonna take this touch here. He's not gonna be able to get it past Volk, though, who sends a rocket right into the center of the net. Can't quite get stopped here. Pax can't quite stop it. Skell gets the touch, but it's not enough. Here we go. Another kickoff here, and oh, there's a big whiff from Noxon. Pax here, gonna leave it for his teammate. It's a smart move there. Volk got all the time in the world here. We've seen a little theme with him here. He's been getting himself in the right position, right time, and picking up that boost, giving himself that time to work, which is something that I've noticed he's been thriving with this game. That's a great challenge from him there, even with 0 boost. He's going to hit the post from Endersea, though. Not going to quite get that 4th goal just yet. Big touch from Noxon here. It's going to be on target. Volk has to make a save instead of just a touch. Noxon going to put that pressure back on there. Pax half flips back. He's going to try and take possession here, but Chaos keeps the pressure up. Skell doesn't realize how much time he has. Noxon just going to touch it down. And Riptide almost lose possession here, and they're going to. Valk is going to bump this upfield. Endersea with the touch into the midfield. Twinkie down to Volk, who's going to put it center. Skell is awkward. 0 boost here. No double, though. Pax going to clear this out. Chaos still causing chaos in the upper part of the field here for his team playing Disruptor. Valk a little awkward of a landing there. Skell's gonna get bumped in the air. Here comes Noxon! What a save from Chaos. That is a great read. Volk is just gonna play it off the backboard now, feeling a little safe. Now over half the game has passed, and they're up 3-0 with no real chances. There's another one. Chaos is gonna grab the 4th for the Flare. Valk, that's just a good touch right to Chaos, who's just in the right place at the right time. Puts it over Pax, who's come a little too far front post there. It's going to get the ball popped right over his head into the back of the net. Here's Pax. He misses the read here. Volk's going to go up with it. He looks for the double. What an angle! Volk! And that's a 5th goal for Flare and a 2nd goal for Volk. That's a great angle. Not enough on it by Noxon. He's actually probably will go down as an own goal, but definitely a great shot from Volk there. Great angle. He's proving his worth to this team really, really early in this match. Noxon gonna get that challenge. Skell, they need this goal for momentum, if not to bring something back in this game. 2 minutes left, anything's possible. But right now, you've got to learn, you need to switch this momentum here. If you keep letting Flare score on you, you're not going to get anything. And it seems they've realized this. The game's starting to slow a little bit in terms of attacking. Here comes Noxon to play it upfield. 2 Riptide players kind of get a little confused there in their midfield. Pax with a great dunk, though. Noxon's going to look to follow this up. Chaos with another great touch. He's been really consistent today about just getting those touches, disrupting the play upfield. Pax over to Noxon. Little team play here, but Chaos, again, just shutting it down. He has certainly been a very important variable for Flare today. He's going to snatch that boost even, and Skell's going to put this upfield with just nothing. Skell now with 0. Can he finish it? Valk can't quite get there with a low boost tank of his own, and Skell will finally open the scoring for Riptide with a minute left in the game. Valk, his momentum just carrying him too far to the center of the net, and Skell's just going to put it to the side. A little bit awkward for Valk, and now it's 5-1. if you're a Riptide fan or a Riptide player, you're really hoping to switch this momentum in your direction. Chaos there. There's a good clear. A big double commit here, but it's a big triple commit from Riptide, and Flair almost capitalized with a great double. Endersey just not able to get that down, and here comes Endersey again with the angle. No one's in the net, and that will be his second as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. Let me check the scoreboard. 2 goals for every player on Flair. They're really sharing the spoils here. 6-1, on track for a Brazil in the first game. Here the ball comes center, off the corner. Volk looking for his hat trick. There it is. Right off the kickoff, top bins. The stadium goes dark, and there is Volk putting in his hat trick, putting in his bid for MVP of the series this early into it. And what a statement first game we're seeing here from Flair. This is unbelievable what they're doing to a team that does not look bad. There's Noxon with a great reset. Oh, there's the whiff from Pax, though. He's going to drop it back down to his teammate, but they're all too low. And that shot there just really proves that this Riptide team is not a team to be messed with. But Flair are just throwing that out the window right now and throwing everything they have at this team. Here's Pax with a good air dribble. And Riptide, maybe that lack of warm-up time just causing them to suffer a little bit in this first game. Flair will take a dominant first game victory. And what a showing we've seen here. We might have a sub coming in or a change in car from Noxon, who has left the game. We're going to head over to Forbidden Temple for game 2. We're going to ready up. And wow, again, that is an incredible first round victory against a team that does not look poor. Maybe just a little lack of warm up. They're struggling to get warm right now with their lateness here, but definitely not something you want to see if you're a Riptide fan. I can tell you, though, is that this game will probably have a little more competition to it unless Flair can just come out flying like they did in that first game. There's a good challenge from Volk. Endersey pops it up. Will Chaos be there? No, Valk will. He'll turn around. It's an open net, but the defense for Riptide just able to get back to it in time. That's Skell for the time being. Noxon putting it out. Pax gonna stay on it, but Volk with the more boost. Noxon, big whiff here. Skell gets challenged pretty poorly, and there we go. Chaos gonna put that home. Skell accidentally puts himself in a little bit of an awkward position here. Volk just sends himself flying there. Skell hits the crossbar, gets the challenge, but Chaos is gonna force it through. He's certainly been such an incredible player for Flair so far. Really having a great game right now. Here comes Noxon. Try and do something of his own, but Chaos is right there to shut him down. Pax gonna get it over Chaos. Endersey's there to challenge him there, and now Pax is upfield with no boost. Skell, a little bit low on boost himself here. He's gonna try and put the pressure on. That's something Riptide need to do right now. Good bump from Noxon here. If that's what that was, I couldn't quite tell from the camera angle, but nothing to come of it anyways. Twinkie, or Chaos rather, in the air with 0. Can't get anything on that attack either. Some demos coming in now. Here's Noxon to the center for Skell. Gonna put it on target. All 3 of Flair up for the block though. Volk putting it way upfield. Noxon's gonna leave it for a teammate. Skell gonna get a nice touch off the backboard, but it's right to Chaos. And now Noxon gonna take it on his own here. He's got about 20 boosts. What can he do with it? He puts it straight into the center. Endersey's there to clean it up. Some textbook save, a textbook save there. Volk to Endersey, who's gonna hit the post. Can Chaos finish this? He's going for the double. He misses. Endersey, there's no one home anymore. Riptide have exhausted their defense just trying to deal with this onslaught. And that's an unfortunate backboard whiff from Skell there. And Endersey's going to clean that one right up, put it home. He's going to grab his first goal of this game, and what I believe to be his 3rd of the series so far. We're seeing a good shot from Pax here. Nice little lob. Volk's going to get it out, though. Good slowing of the ball by Noxon here. Volk almost on a great redirect there. And the ball's now coming out of the blue half. Pax with a great redirect. Endercy's going to be the first one to get there, though. If that was Skell, this game could be turning out very differently. There's Pax with a shot. Chaos will save it. Not only have we seen them incredible on offense here, but Flare are no slackers on the defense either. Maybe even to a little bit of their disadvantage, we've seen a lot of players, maybe even 2 to 3 per save, going up for the ball. Definitely a lot of commitment on the defense there. From this Flare side, it's been working out for them. They've only let up a goal so far, and that was last game, in which they scored 7 of their own. But now, this game looking a little more evenly matched. Here's Pax with a shot! Top corner! Pax will open the scoring this game and give his team their second goal of the series. One they so desperately need right now. It's a great pass from Skell, and finally, that 3-man defense just fizzles out for Flare. And Riptide able to capitalize them there. Show why they belong here in this Surge Cup. Why they're not also a team to be messed with here. Skell, though, gonna miss that one. Volk taking it up here. Noxon's gonna make a good clear, though. Chaos sending it back against the wall. He's gonna try and center, but Noxon desperate to get this out of the Riptide half. He's taking it against Volk. Volk, on a lot of boosts here, he's gonna send it over to the side. Maybe take it on his own. It's a great challenge from Skell there, though. And it's a great touch from him, too. It's just gonna be nicked off of him by Chaos, who's going to collect this shot from Noxon. Pax just going to touch it to the corner, but Chaos is right there to read him. Going to send it center. Noxon there again to shut down whatever Chaos was planning. Volk right there doesn't get the reset quite, but he gets pinched off of by Pax here. A little bit of an awkward clear. Skell going to realize maybe that ball is not immediately one to go for. Noxon, big redirect. Pax, maybe not ready for this. Here's Endercy with the shot. Backflip from Noxon, but Pax will be there to save it. Chaos down to the center. Pax, questionable clear off the crossbar. But SP Riptide do survive so far. Noxon down to the center. Volk's going to be the one to collect a rip to the top corner. And it just bounces off the crossbar. Maybe a touch from Skell there. The game doesn't register a save. Skell's bumped into this to Noxon. He just isn't able to get the touch. Would have been the tying goal here. Endercy looking at an open net. Where is the Riptide defense? It looks like they were all up trying to grab that goal that would tie them the game. And now with just under a minute to play, Flare look like the team that is going to come out on top again. Of course, anything is possible with this last minute of time here. There's a touch off the back wall from Chaos. If Pax can put this home, it might be a change of game. He does grab the shot, but it's going to be stopped. Skell, not able to get a good touch there. We've seen Skell and his colleagues on Riptide a little low on boost relatively through this series. I noticed that quite often. Maybe the management hasn't been so good, or maybe Flare has just been looking at some incredibly strong boost management, boost stealing here. But Riptide really having to throw all they have boost-wise at this team. Here's Pax looking for a center to Skell. He just can't get there. That could have been a game changer. Skell's going to take his own touch here. Got to take it up the back wall. What will he do with it? They've got 10 seconds. They need to get something in before the 1 second mark. Here's Noxon. Going to put it far post. Volk doesn't even need to make the save. He'll make the clear. Ball will hit the ground, and we'll go to Game 3, where the New Balance Data Association Flare hope to sweep their first game of the season. Riptide gonna want to take a moment to reflect probably on this game here. What's going wrong? What do they need to fix before heading into this third and possibly final game? And what we're really looking at here is some decent play from Riptide, but when it matters the most, their goal has been left open. They've really been throwing themselves all at this Flare team, but Flare have just looked unstoppable right now. Chaos, Volk, and Endercy, all, I could say so many good things about them. They are all really proving why they belong here, why they're making this statement. And it's really just been incredible from Flare here. Riptide starting to keep up a little bit more in that game. That's definitely a better showing from them, proving that they can keep up. They had the goal, or they had the game within 1 goal there for a little bit. but maybe a little bit too much desperation to tie it, that the leak in their defense finally burst. Oh, is it going to be a kickoff goal? No. Knocks in. In fact, oh, there's a shot up. I don't even know who that was. It was Volk. It's going to be own goal. And what a weird way to start the game there. Maybe not exactly a shot, or maybe looked like a pass to Endersey from my point of view, but Skell's going to hit the lip, and he is just going to struggle to clear that one. It's going to go into his own net. And wow, there's a miss from Skell there. Endersey going to go for it. Here's Pax with a good challenge. And a good pinch from Skell here. I don't know if that's what Noxon was planning, but Skell's going to keep it up here. He's going to go for the shot. Down from Endersey to Noxon. Volk's going to save his team just in time. Pax up here, going to put it to the corner. Skell rotating back now. Pax centered. Endersey's going to pick this one up. Great challenge from Skell here. Down to Noxon. Almost the tying goal here within 30 seconds. Pax a big boom upfield. And Volk's going to clear it pretty comfortably. And now, if you are a fan of New Balance Ad Association, maybe even Flair specifically, this is definitely something you want to be looking at and saying, hey, I feel comfortable with this game. This is something, wow, there's 2 demos from Riptide, though. Let's see if they can capitalize on this. Almost a power play of sorts here. Noxon! What a shot that would have been. There's Skell trying to put it back center, but as I was saying, if you're a Flair fan, you're looking real comfortable right now. 1 goal lead is not much, but it's a lead right now in this 3rd game, and you're sitting up 2 games with pretty comfortable wins in both. Maybe not as comfortable that 2nd game, but not within a goal, not one that could have been won at 0 seconds. And if you're Riptide right now, you're thinking, how can we reverse sweep? What can we change here? What do we need to fix? And what do we need to do to really overpower this team and send a statement reverse sweep against them? But right now, it looks like they're struggling to find an answer. No real attacking danger here yet. But Skell's going to make a great challenge to the center. Can Pax get there before Chaos? He cannot. Volk going to keep that upfield there. Chaos, though, now with the ball and 100 boost. We've seen how dangerous he can be here. He goes for the reset, but he gets challenged out by Noxon. Volk gets challenged here. If Noxon can get there before Endersey, which he can't, that could have been a goal. Skell gonna put that center. Is anyone from Riptide there? If anyone was, that could have been a goal for sure. An open net. Flair kind of made a blunder there, but maybe a calculated one as they saw a lack of players on offense. A bump from Skell midair on Chaos, and now he's gonna try and put it back center. Gonna play it off of Chaos. Noxon to the center. Where's his teammate? Pax gonna kind of take his time here. Not got the most boost in the world, but maybe he can do something. Skell's got 100, but he side flips. Noxon has to be the one to take that touch there, or else he's last man. Skell trying to put that center. It's off the corner. And definitely a much lower scoring game than we've been seeing these past 2. Oh, man. And was that all 3 of Riptide up yet again? Skell makes a vital save. Gets back just in time. We've seen a lot of extra commitment from Riptide that's looked to be their downfall, and a good couple goals. Pax just can't get a strong shot there. Volk looking for the redirect. He doesn't quite grab it. Looks like he maybe fought against it at the last second without enough boost. Pax going to leave it for his teammate here. Oh, it's right up to Endersey. This could be a big mistake. Endersey, though, not enough boost to kind of do that himself. Volk here. Going to get dunked by Skell. That could just go in. Twinkie has no boost, but he gets up in time if they had anyone up. Again, looking like Riptide just kind of committing way too much to one side of the field, either onto the defense or onto the offense. What a shot from Skell. It's just going to be off. Chaos will clear that. Pax going to put that center, though. Riptide looking especially hungry right now. There's the shot from Noxon. Chaos just going to stop it here. And finally, Flair gets some breathing room here. But they're starting to feel the pressure. Riptide starting to wake up, starting to put on that pressure that they've shown they can put on here. Here's Skell for the goal. 1 minute and 11 seconds left. All ones on the scoreboard and the time. Riptide finally have an equalizer. And for the first time in this series, this looks like a game that could genuinely go Riptide's way here. They were really battering that Flair defense. And if you're a Riptide fan, you're really hoping they can keep that hunger here, grab that game-winning goal to keep them alive in this series. Here's Pax. Doesn't put it upfield, but it's a good fake, all things considered. Oh, Skell, maybe a leaf that he shouldn't have left there. Maybe a miscommunication. I don't know what happened there. But Valk, either way, is going to take that opportunity, put it home. Skell, maybe not the best position there. Going to leave it for his teammate who's much farther back than he maybe thought. Valk's going to knock that top corner from the midfield and put Flair back up in the driver's seat here. They now control their destiny. Skell doing some good work here to get it up forward. He's got the reset. Can't get it over Valk, though, who's just been such a stalwart player defensively this series. Here's Pax getting it center, going for the bump. He's not able to get one. Skell on a demo there, potentially opening something up, but Chaos gets a great spawn there on the demo. He's not even going to get the boost up field here, though. Another lead from Skell. A little questionable again. He seems to trust his teammates, maybe when they're not in the best position. But realistically, he has probably been the difference maker this game. But what can he do about that? 10 seconds left. And Chaos will put home what is likely the dagger. A good double from Valk. Maybe another miscommunication there. In the net from Riptide, just two players on the ground, not either of them able to get up in time. And we're going to see Flair probably go through and win this, unless a miracle can happen. Pax maybe wanted to be the one to put that home. Skell's going to put the ball in his car. Maybe look for a consolation goal. He's not going to get it. New Balance Stat Association, Team Flair takes a dominant victory. Another 3-1 victory. 7-1, 3-1, 3-1. And man, what a series that was to commentate. Truly some awesome action there. Well played to both teams there. Certainly Riptide not looking like a team you can just completely rule out. It was definitely dominance by Flair in those first two games. But man, Riptide really put up a fight that last game, especially in that latter half of the game, or more midpoint of the game when they were just battering that Flair net with shots, and they finally put one through. As we can see it on the screen right there, the replay of Skell's goal. Truly some phenomenal play from Flair, but no shade to that Riptide team. Definitely some kinks to work out in their system. Maybe some communications that they need to fix, but definitely a team that looks like they can do some damage this season. And man, if you are NBDA Flair, you're really looking at this season with a brand new set of eyes. You're looking at it confident. You're looking at it optimistic. And you're thinking you can take on anyone. I mean, man, performing like that in your week one game, definitely a statement victory. Absolute amazing play from them. Well played to both sides here, of course. But man, Flair really looking good here. If they can bring that into the rest of their Surge season here, they will be electric. I don't think I've got much else to say about this game. But certainly a fun cast. Certainly something. Player of the week for NBDA. I think I said his name so much here. Chaos looked great. I think Valk looked amazing as well. And even Endersea both looked really good. I think Chaos just there. He was there for everything. Super disruptive in the final third. Super clinical on the finishing and great on the defense. Of course, no shade to those other two players who absolutely, this was a team victory, no carry at all. But Chaos, I just said his name so much. He really made a statement there. Valk, I know you were watching at one point, man. If you're still here, great game to you as well, dude. Looked great. I saw that Death Star goal explosion so many times. Some great goals, man. Some great plays, especially that pass to kind of give your team the series. So, and Endersea, just some great supportive work from him as well. Grabbed himself some goals. So, definitely some great all-around team play there. And again, NBDA, you guys should be real proud of your team and real optimistic for this upcoming season. So, I don't know if we're going to raid into somebody. I don't know what it's looking like here right now. But I don't know if anyone's live yet. So let's see. Let's see who I can raid into. Thank you guys for the follows, Grantler. Rebel, and Insert. Appreciate all you guys so much. I just have the chat up on my iPad here because I don't have a second monitor right now. But I wasn't able to see all the follows and stuff, but I appreciate that so much, guys. Hazamina, thank you guys for the follow. Thank you, Insert. I really try, man. This is my first time in probably almost a year doing this, so I'm glad that you thought it. Let's see. Who is live that we can rate? Any other casters, maybe? Following? Oh, no. No one else is live right now, man. Twinkie of Chaos, thank you, bro. Great game from you. That was really some awesome stuff, dude. Oh, I guess you can earn drops on my channel. I didn't know that. Again, I think I'm just gonna end the stream here. It doesn't look like there's anyone I know who's casting right now that I could stream, that I could raid into. So we're just gonna leave it here for now. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate the cast request and everyone showing up and all the positive words in the comments, guys. Thank you so much. And hopefully I'll see some of you tomorrow. We've got some Tsunami Cup action. Here, I'll pull it up on the screen real quick for you. That's going to be 909 versus Torrent Swarm. It's going to be a great game. So, if you're interested, make sure you tune in, maybe. So, again, guys, thanks so much for watching. And I will see you in the next stream.